I can't wear this. Not all for the video. Shut up! Oh, that's better. To the Christmas edition of the Paul Holden Details channel, or the holiday edition if you are watching this from the States. Right, this is the Christmas edition, the long-awaited Christmas video. As you've seen in the intro of the video, there's a rather large lorry, the 6-wheeled rigid. Right, this is a specialist drain company. This is ACD Drain Service. These are a local company to me. This came about by, like most great ideas, down the local pub, where my son said, I'll tell you what, that'll make a good video. Why don't you clean that truck? After a few sherbets, I said, yeah, go on then, I'll have a crack at that. So this is the result. This was shot on the Friday, this video, an extremely windy day. It could have been worse. It could have been really, really windy, and it could have been the shortest day where I had sod all light. Yes, it was the shortest day. What absolute bell end shooting a video on the shortest day. Never mind, we got through it in the end, and we finished in the dark. So, onwards with the video. The main part of the video is the new brands from Pro Detailing UK, or Pro D Car Spar, should I say. He has two companies, Pro D Detailing UK and Pro D Car Spar. Pro D Car Spar being Gary's product line. These are the new ones. He's already got some on the site. There's only 4 at the moment. They've been featured up here somewhere on the channel before. These are the new ones. These are pre-launch. They're not going to be around till around January, February, so you've got to keep your eye on the website. So we've got a lemon and lime citrus multi-clean. He did a one-off bulk 5-litre jobby for me and drove 3 hours to deliver it. God bless him. Plus a Christmas card as well to boot, and a present. Going to be using that on a truck, or used it on a truck, should I say, because I'm talking after the event. Cola Destruction, which is like basically their fallout remover, part wheel cleaner, sort of a bit of both. It's like an all-in-one, but generally it's a fallout remover. A bubblegum solvent tyre dressing. You might think you need a bigger bottle pour for 6 tyres. No, that is the amount I used. A little goes a long way. And a glass cleaner, a fairly generic glass cleaner. So that's the Pro D stuff. Then we've got a new kid on the block. There is 14 products that were sent down to me by Golden Bird Detail, and this is one of them. Snowball. This is their snow foam with their heavy duty snow foam lance. Attention to detail. You've got their name on here, and they've got the embossed bottles. Yes, they look like Jack Daniel's bottles. Very, very good stuff. Anyway, that's the pre-wash and the pre-launch products. And then we've got G3. G3's been sat on my shelf for some time now. I have used it on Instagram and posted numerous pictures. We've got G3 Professional Snow Foam. We're going to do half and half. Half the truck's going to be done in one half of the snow foam, the other half in that. And their surface sealant as my LSP. I was going to use their wax. I have to say, a little disclaimer here, it got dark basically. It started getting damp and I didn't want to risk putting a wax on, but this stuff is incredible. If anyone's ever used this is their paste wax. Hats off to the guys for that one. I will feature that in a future video. A rather interesting one from Sam's Detailing. Sam's Detailing got in touch with me and they sent me their new sort of revolutionary glass cleaner. This is a gel formula. Where you've got like a normal glass cleaner, this is a gel. Very interesting product, Sam's Detailing. And then we've got Trimtastic, brilliant name, Trimtastic from Whack Products, which is Palmer Automotive, Sarah. She sells this. I will put a link to their website. They do sort of the valeting range of stuff, but it's a very, very good product. Don't take any notice of the bottle. It might be a NAF label, but it's a good product. Then it comes to EZ. EZ Sleek. This is the interior trim cleaner and dressing. This was sent down by Royal Details. This is lovely stuff. It makes the cab smell beautiful. So that's the products. A little disclaimer here. Right, this vehicle is huge. I did get to the roof part, the cylindrical part, the tank, and I did do a wash on it. There is some bits of the video where you see me pre-washing it. There is an awful lot of pre-washing in this video. I will warn you of that. Hence a lot of speeded up footage. I started this vehicle at 7 AM, set up roughly for about an hour with cameras and everything else. Got going on it around about 8 AM and finished at 5 o'clock. No cameraman, just me, 3 cameras, a main one which I'm filming on now and 2 action cameras, and the rest is history. Roll the video, go and get yourself a great big bowl of Twiglets, several drinks, you don't want to be nipping out to the kitchen for another one, and make yourself comfortable. Here's the video. Right, you got your beer, you got your red wine, you've got your vodka and tonic, you got your crisps. Make yourself comfortable, this is going to be a long one. So we start this as ever with the wheel arches and the tyre clean. These were absolutely caked. Obviously this is a commercial vehicle. You wouldn't expect anything any differently. So it's get rid of the bulk of the grime, rinse it down as much as you can. And then it's on with the pre-washing. So this is the citrus, around about 1 to 8. I can tell you I got rid of a lot of this stuff, as you can imagine. This is rather a large vehicle. Combination of EZ brushes and a long-handled soft brush was used on the wheels, the tyres and the arches. It's just perseverance. Several hits later and just scrubbing the hell out of the tyres with the tyre scrubbing brush. You can actually see the dirt on the tyre. So get in there with your chemical resistant brush, agitate. This is just literally agitating the APC. So no wheel cleaners yet as such. The only way I could really describe doing this was just real hands-on. There's no other way of doing it. I used a mitt as well as a brush. In fact, the cheap mitts I used, the ones from China, they were probably the most used item of the day as far as hand accessories are concerned. There's no other way of doing this. You just got to get in there. So another thorough rinsing down. And already things are starting to look a lot better. So this is it. This is the Cola Destruction. Primarily a fallout remover. So once you've applied it, you can then agitate it with a brush. This will help getting all the nooks and crannies. Even though these are steelies, you'll be surprised what comes out of them. So there we have it, all starting to bleed out around about 10 minutes. So get rid of all this and then repeat the process. It's all right, there's only 6 of these to do. A little bit of a different view for you. Lance cam. Starts to make you feel sick, this. It's like round and round and round. Well, that's enough of that. Oh dear. So the rear of the vehicle, the rear wheels weren't too bad. I know they look it, but that is just purely dirt. Some more wheelie action. So once these were rinsed down, they were then coated again with the citrus. Didn't really worry about the fallout remover, and it's just a case of getting stuck in there with the mitt. I've got to rinse the mitt out as well. Be surprised the amount of gunk that can hold. So once all these wheels were done, it's basically onto the bulk of the grime, which is on the front of the cab. Same thing, just carefully applying the APC. Those doors are wrapped, the front end is not. So by now you're probably on your second brandy or your third glass of red wine, and it's time to pre-wash the sides of the vehicle. There is an enormous amount of gear on this truck. I spoke to Johnny, the owner, and he said don't worry about the gear on the sides. This is basically where the driver and his driver's mate touch the vehicle. So where they get stuff off the side of the vehicle, they're not really worried about the rest of it. And obviously underneath this bit was horrendous. Kept going over and over these arches just to double check. I think I walked about 10 miles during the day. Now you might be wondering about the tank. I don't want to show you how I got up on here, but I wouldn't advise it. Yeah, note to self, bigger ladders. Obviously it's in sections. It's just a case of going around a vehicle in stages and rinsing off the worst. And it was incredibly windy. How that camera is staying upright, I do not know. So, rinsing the pre-wash off. This is just a citrus before we even get to the snow foam stages. Pretty effective, as you can see. Starting to look a bit better. Some of it needed some agitation. Right, rather large brush. And I believe that brush is made by Atlaster. And that was from the range, believe it or not. If you've got a range near you, most of you in the UK will know what that shop is, and it was about £2. Bargain. So just more and more rinsing. The business end of the vehicle round the back, where this huge chute is. No, it's not a poo chute. I don't want any comments like that. Oh dear. Don't lower the tone. Health and safety, avert your eyes. I was not balancing on a set of steps. I basically used my soft brush and the hose to alleviate the grime. That is the EZ, or set of EZ brushes. Yeah, you won't see them used like that. Not normally. Oh, it's just extremely satisfying. Get rid of that muck. And then he's on to the pre-wash with the snow foam. So this is Snowball from Golden Bird Detail. I think most of it ended up on me. So first impressions, it is extremely thick and very, very clingy. That's my kind of 50-50, halfway. Thank God I'm tall. So I just worked my way around the cab and then down the sides, and then we switch over to the G3. So this is all Golden Bird. See, it's huge. This is what it's like when it's dwelling. Pretty thick stuff. Now it's the G3. Now, initial impressions were, it's okay, it's going on the tyre nice and thick. When it hit the paint, for some reason, we just didn't get the same as the Golden Bird stuff. It just didn't want to cling. It's very, very runny. As you'll see by this next shot. And yes, I did get up there to wash it. When you see this next shot, you'll see what I mean by the dwell. It's pretty thin stuff. There you go, that's the difference. Golden Bird that side, G3 on the left. Alien Magic Bling. This is the shampoo of choice for the day. Only show a bit of me doing this. Looks like I'm barely standing up in the high wind. This is possibly the best shampoo on the market. I absolutely love this stuff. Yes, not the easiest thing to clean. That was all rinsed down, and then we moved on to the glamorous part, the interior. Shame on you, junk food in the doors. Because of the nature of the work, obviously this is going to be the worst part, the interior. So get rid of all the loose crap. And then with the citrus, we then apply it to the floor and the plastics and agitate it. This is then repeated. This is the right next to the gear stick. This is their center console. Bit of tea making gear behind this. And it's just a case of a cheap mitt. You can get these on eBay. They're about £1 each or a couple of quid. They just don't pay a lot of money for them though. Just put in lamb's wool mitt in eBay and go for the cheapest option. Then it's a case of drying. And then cracking on with the rest of the work. So door shuts, plastics. Once that was all done, we moved on to the glass, and this is where the light started to go and the wind got stronger. I found this as a gel formula, easy to use, it sticks to the glass. You might argue, well, you could use another glass cleaner and spray it on the cloth. Yep, I know where you're coming from, but it works, and for me on the day, it worked very, very well. So we come around to the side windows and the mirrors. Right, LSP time. This is the surface sealant from G3 Professional. Simply apply it with a microfiber, work it in and buff it off. It is that simple. By now you should be on your third drink and fourth bowl of Twiglets.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Show me some movement. Yeah, you can do it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You're a dreamer, so am I.
So this is safe to use on your headlights as well.
Dragons, I like butterflies. I make wishes talking.
And the last bit here, second to last should I say, this is a trim-tastic. Work it into the plastics. Very easy to apply and you can buff it off as well. Last of all, it's tyre dressing time. These are incredibly porous tyres, but nevertheless this stuff still went a very, very long way. It's a little bit greasy, but it is easy to use. And this is it. Heater in here. My hands are freezing. Right, what do we think of these products? Let's try and go through these in some sort of a relative order. The citrus, right, lemon and lime citrus. This was dialed in around 8-1 in the pump sprayer. Fantastic on the tyres. It made a bloody good job of the wheels, to be honest with you. Copious amounts of this was used on the body. It doesn't behave like a TFR. It sort of softens and it does break down the dirt gradually. You might want to make this a little bit stronger if you want instant, you know, sort of drop on the floor results. It's okay, it's not bad stuff. On the interior, however, although it made a good job of it, I did have to really work it, okay? So I will tell you that. It's not a bad product. It doesn't smell that strong, to be honest with you. And there is going to be a bulk range of this sometime next year. Keep your eye on the website, that's all I'll say to you, but not a bad product. This wheel cleaner, fallout remover, they all do pretty much the same thing. They clean to the wheels, you leave them for a while, 5-10 minutes, you get a colour reaction. You saw by the video, it's like bleeding out. I only used it on the front wheels, there's no real need on the rears. They seem to come up pretty good with the citrus cleaner, but not a bad product, fairly thick. The only thing I will say is not that keen on these. I know to keep costs down, Gary has put these on because it costs a lot of money to produce these chemicals. They're not super cheap. I know a lot goes into producing the labels and getting this all bottled up, and I appreciate that, Gary. Gary, after driving there 3 hours, honestly, not a bad product. And then when it came to the pre-washes, right, we had two different pre-washes here. We had Golden Bird Detail with their heavy duty Lance. I've got to tell you that this has to be the highest clinging product I've ever used. If it was still on there, like, you know, like half an hour later, bearing in mind I did half and half. Half a truck done with the Snowball, other half done with the G3. Really impressed by this. It's very, very thick, high cling, and it seems to soften the dirt. Even though obviously we pre-washed before, it just seemed to make a little bit more difference before we did our 2-bucket wash. So pretty good stuff. Keep your eye on the channel. There's going to be a lot more from Golden Bird. Really impressed by that. Can't say enough about it. The next snow foam was G3 Professional. Now I have to say I was extremely disappointed by this. Not that pleased. There's 120 mil of product in there. If you need to put more in, like 200 mil, then it's not exactly going to be an affordable product. A little bit disappointed because they make an absolutely stonking wax, this stuff. Didn't use that on the truck. Wish I had done, but I completely ran out of time and ran out of light. So not that pleased with that. Then it came down to the wash process. Should have mentioned this right at the beginning of the video. This was Bling. This is Alien Magic's famous shampoo. Get on their website and order some of this stuff. This is fantastic. Thanks to Rob for this. I've had this a while. I've got loads of Alien Magic stuff to get through next year. Just ran out of time this year, to be honest with you. Really good shampoo. Can't say enough about that. Very, very good stuff. Then we came down to the glass. Right. There's a glass cleaner, right? Blue, fairly generic. This is the gel formula one. Why would you want to make a gel formula glass cleaner when they pretty much do all the same thing? They're sort of alcohol based, they flash off, don't leave streaks. For me, this paid dividends on the day because of the high wind. No, not me. Me balancing on a ladder, trying to get the truck finished with failing light. This speeded things up. Sprays it. As you spray it, it's very directional, and that's it. There's no overspray or anything. You know, it's very, very easy to use. So for me on the day, it worked very, very well. I'd probably benefit more from this. Maybe in the winter months, if it's windy, you might see that you pick this one up rather than another one. I'm not too sure. They both do this. You know, they're both going to clean your glass, but on the day, this paid dividends. So for me, it was a good product. It's not a bad idea. Unusual, but very, very good. When we came down to, apart from this one here, we'll do this one first. Trimtastic. This was the exterior trim. We use this. This is from Palmer Automotive. I've used this before. Very, very good stuff. It's got a nice darkening effect. It does last. It's a very, very good one. Do this one in a minute. This is EZ Sleek interior. Smells fantastic. It cleans and dresses at the same time. Not a bad product to use. Get on the website, Royal Details, he'll hook you up. And this is the bubblegum tyre dressing. That is how much I used on that lorry. There was a comment made on my Instagram saying, how much did you use? Well, that's it. It goes very, very far. This is a solvent-based product. Doesn't particularly smell. It's supposed to, but when they get launched, it's a pre-launch product, so when they get launched, it'll probably smell slightly stronger. So Gary's told me about all this. These are just pre-launch products. January, February time. Keep your eye on the website for those. So that was the bubblegum tyre. When it came to the painted surfaces, i.e. the cab, I didn't do the back of the vehicle. They're more interested in keeping the bug splats and the crap off the cab, so getting a decent sealant on it. Professional surface sealant from a G3. I've used this before, and you can twin it. You can twin it with wax. Do a combo. Wax is incredible. Brilliant wax. Easy to use. Didn't use it on the day. Use this one. I could have comboed it, but I literally ran out of time and ran out of light. This is extremely easy to use. Spray it on with a cloth or an applicator pad and literally just work into the paint and buff it off. It hazes over slightly, but honestly it produces a nice gloss and you get that lovely hydrophobic action and a couple of months or so of protection, which is what these guys need now. The winter months are here, so that really easy to use. Get some because it's a piece of piss to use. Swearing in a video? How dare you? So that was the products for this week. Right, we have got a number of Christmas shout outs. Thanks to Gary, obviously, for sending this stuff down. There's some personal ones I want to thank. There's a guy called Miles Drive, or Andy. Thank him for sending down me some beer. He didn't have to do this. He sent me down some beer because he appreciates the videos. Thanks to Andy for sending that down. The boy Matt, the beardy boy Matt, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know who he is. He's the cigar smoking, whiskey drinking gamer. He sent me down a lovely pack of cigars. Fantastic. I'm going to enjoy them over the Christmas period. Thanks to the detailing detectives for all the support throughout the year. Please get on their channel. I'll put a link to their channel underneath this one. They're actually on my friends page. Thanks to those guys. Thanks to everyone that has sent me down packages, cards, booze, you name it, and thanks to everyone that's watched throughout the year. Thanks to ACD Drain Services, thanks to his family. We went out for a Christmas meal after the truck clean and had a few sherbets, and I can't thank him enough. You'll probably see some more vehicles from their company coming up on the channel. We've got loads and loads of reviews. Apologies, we haven't done the shampoo review, and we haven't done the machine polishing videos with the Metro. There are numerous things going on, which I will talk about next year as far as the cars are concerned. Those of you who follow me on Instagram know all about it. So that just leaves me to say thank you for watching. We are rapidly approaching 3,500 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. Please put your comments in this video and give it a thumbs up, because it means an awful lot to me. And have an incredible Christmas. I'm going to put my stupid hat on, and I'm going to go and drink enough beer to kill a rhino. So have a great Christmas, and don't drink and drive. And we'll see you on the next video. See you later.